Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. Shift UI gyms and fitness apps inside. Today we need to see this here the workout detail screens. Then after we need to create here the workout introduction screens. Workout day wise exercise list develop here. First of all we need to see this design inside the XD files. Now need to open here the XD files. Now opening here and to see this here the UI. First of all, need to making this here the building muscles UI. This is the workout detail screens. Inside need to create here the workout image. Then goals, durations, levels, beginners, introductions. Then after the complete workout progress, and then after need to week wise need to give this here the specific weeks details need to show here, and then after need to click on this introduction screen. So open this here the workout introduction screens. Inside the gives here the details about these workouts and overview. And then after we need to click on here this week view, and to redirects here the weekly. Inside need to day wise we need to which exercise here the major exercise, minor exercise, and total exercise counts we need to show this here. And then after clicking specific day, and to opening this here the which day which exercise, and two steps, repeats, and rest times we need to set here. And if you complete this right, then to set this here the mark as a complete need to like this UI or the develops. And then after clicking here the details and show this here the exercise related details need to show. This screens already developed, and to give this here the configuration and opening this here the screens. Let's start how to write down inside the Shift UI. First of all making here the UI and to develop this here. First of all need to import here the needed today video. Inside need to put this here the images. Now opens here the set folders, and to go here and to drag here the related image. Need to put this here and to show the years. Now need to open here the properties, and to set this here the scales as a single scales. Need to like this sets, and to configure the done. And now need to go inside the workout groups inside, and to create here the new files. Shift UI view, and to give this here the name workout detail screen. Like this creates. Then after you need to create here the workout introduction screens. Create here the new files, and to give this here the name Shift UI workout screen. Then after you need to create here the workout week screens, week detail screens. Create here the new files Shift UI. Inside need to create here the workout week detail screen. And then after you need to create here the workout day exercise list screen. Workout day exercise screen. Like this creating here. Now first of all need to making here the Z stacks need to develop here. And now need to give this here the new add extensions methods need to call this here. And now need to create here the v stacks need to develop here like this. And need to develop here the horizontal. First of all need to create plans inside. Need to copy this here, this UI need to copy for the this app bars, and to paste every place. Now need to copy here the all place, and also need to set this here back buttons environment. Give this here the slash dot presentation mode, and where mode is equal to or not equal to colon binding, and we need to set this here the presentations mode like this set here. And we need to set this here. So now need to copy this all place and replace with the other screens, because you need this here the common structures. That's why I need to put this here like this set here. Now need to change this here the screen wise the names. First of all need to set this here muscle building for this UI. Now set here the static data, not set any dynamic. API calling times need to set creates here the dynamics data need to settings here with the MVVM patterns need to call this here. like the sets. Now introductions inside into set here the titles as a introductions or capitals, introductions. Also maybe make here the typo, need to fix here. Also change here, rename introductions like this. Now week, set here the week, and also need to set here the weekday, first week, day one, like this sets titles. Also need to copy again and to create here the rest buttons. Copy this here the title and to paste this here, remove here, set here the reset. And also need to change this here the fonts as a font in regular, like this sets and to setting this here. And like this UI are the sets. Now we need to develop here the workout plan detail screens. We need to set this here. Now need to go set here the scroll view, like this puts create here the v stack, like this sets. Now need to set here the z stacks, and we need to give this here the alignment, as we need to set this here the bottom, like this configures and z stack, like this sets. Now need to set here the image resource, give this here the mp1 resource, and we need to scale refill, and we need to set this here's RAM width, and this here width minus we need to set here the 14%, not 40 width we need to set here. Set here the frame, and need to give this here the width, screen width, use this here dot screen width minus 40 padding, and need to give this here the heights as a width percentage 0.5%, like this configures, and to set here the clip rect, like this sets here, and also need to like this configures here, and also need to set here the spacings between data. Now need to set here the stack view, and need to develop here the see this here the canvas, need to reflect here. Now set here the text, and to copy here this text is good, no rewrite. Now need to set here the goals, and we need to set here the center is good, like this, and we need to set here regular 12. Also again so need to copy this here and to paste this here. Now need to set this here the muscle building. Now need to copy here and set this here the font, and regulars need to set here like this. And first of all need to make here the configurations for this UI, need to similar to designs, need to set first of all need to give this here the vertical padding, set here the 8, horizontal need to set here the 15s. Then after need to set here the background colors are the needs, need to give this here the color primary colors, primary app colors, like this sets. And then after you need to set this here the corner radius for the tops left and top right, so need to set this here, set here the 25, and need to set here the corner radius top left and top right, so need this here, like this. Need to configurations are the needs here, like this. You need to set here, and also make this here the paddings you need to needs here for this set text, which text you need to given here, set here the horizontal 20, and also again you need to set here the paddings as a horizontal 15s, like this configure similar to our designs, like this UI are the showing here. Now again you need to copy this here the wish text and to paste this here the 2 times, like this sets. And now need to change this here the titles, First we need to give this here the durations and to set here the durations value for the 5 week as a subtitles. Then after we need to set here the levels, beginners. Like this are the needs here the configurations, but here not reflecting not matters, but now UI are the sets here and looking goods. And now also we need to set this here the waste text spacings. We need to set this here as a 0 like this configures, and to remove this here the this block space. Now we need to develop this here the vertical space. Need to needs here and to configure this here. Now need to set here the check here z text to remove here this space. Now we need to creating here button actions like this configures, and we need to set here the first of all needed flag. We need to set this here at state where and to show introduction set as a false. Same as we need to create here the states where show week. By default need to set this here the false, and also need to configure here the UI bg new linked extension methods. Need to call this here and to give this here the workout introduction screens, and now need to set here the show introductions. Another's now need to copy these links and to create for the week workout week detail screens, and now need to show here the week like this configures. Now we need to go here and to set this here this button flag. So introductions need to set here the true like this configures are the needs here for the openings here the introduction screens. Now we need to develop here the edge text. Need to develop it like this and set here the text. Now need to copy here, set here the left, and now need to change this here the font semi bold 15 like this configures here. Then after need to create here the image for the next resource. Need to give this here and to give set here the next image. Also need to check here next image available or not. Import here, select this here, set here the single side scales. We need to set this here. Now need to configures are the done resizable. Now need to go and to copy here this value and to put this here. Also need to change this here the 12 height and width. We need to configure this here for this UI. Now need to close this here the canvas, no needs because not reflecting here the UI. Now directly check inside the simulators. Now configures here the some button configurations are the needs. Need to set here the foreground colors. Need to set here color primary text. Then after need to set here the vertical 15 configurations are the needs, and now need to set this here the text as a left, and you need to copy here this data and to paste this here and set this data regulars, and we need to set here the 13 set here. Also need to give this here the button 15 like this configures are the needs this here. Now we need to set this here the z text. Need to develop here, and we need to drawing here the progress bars. First of all need to draw here the UI, set here the frame, and to give this here the height as a 5. Then after need to set this here the max left, and also need to configure this here the background color placeholders. We need to set this here. like this configures, and we need to set this here the corner radius, set here the 3, like this configures here. Same as now need to copy and to create things here the rectangle, and we need to paste this here. Now need to set here the fill colors, cut here and to replace this here. Now need to give this here the width is equal to need to set this here the screen width minus 40 padding, and need to multiply by 0.30% like this configures, and to configure here and set this here, and also need to give this here the alignment set as a leading, like these configurations are the needs here and configure this here. So now need to copy here this data with this bottom text, and we need to after the complete this set text flow need to put this here and to set this here the 30% are the complete, like this sets here, and also need to set this here the fonts as a 10, like this sets, and to set here the right. Now we need to configure this here the z stack 20, this here horizontal, need this here. Now need to develop here the weak UI, need this here. First of all need to create here the lazy horizontal stacks, need to vertical stacks. First of all need to set this here the lazy vertical stacks, and now need to set here the spacing as a 15, like this sets that is. Now need to create here the for each loops 0 to play with 6, and give this here the id slash dot self, and now need to set here the index in, like this configures. Now need to create here the button actions. Now we need to set this here the show week set as a true. Now need to develop here the UI, need to first of all set this here the set stack. First of all need to develop here the edge horizontal stack, and now need to set this here the against horizontal text are the needs, and also need to set the alignments. We need to set here, need to set here the first text lines verticals, remove this here the context. Now we need to show this here the text, copy here, paste this here, and to set here the text as a ram, give this here the width as a 40, and we need to give this here the alignments as a center, like this configures, and now need to pass this here the value of weeks indexed plus ones, like this configures, and semi bold 17, and also need to change this here the foreground colors, dot placeholder, like this sets here. Now creates here the which text we need to set this here, set here the text, and to set as the titles as a week, and we need to set this here the fonts and max left. Semi bold 17, like this sets. Another subtitles need to set this UI, copy here this data inside text files, put this here. Now need to set here the font well regular, and max labs need to configure this here, and also need to set this here the foreground colors as a primary text, Like this configurations are the needs, and now need to develop here the next image. We need to copy here the next image here and to paste this here. Set this here. This data now need to try load or not. I'm not sure. Not working. Need to minimize here. Now UI configurations are the needs here, and to configure this here first. Set here the all padding 15. Then after set here the background color. Set this here the color text bg, and after we need to set this here the corner radius. Set here the 10, and now need to set here the overview. And we need to configure here the rounded corners, rounded rect radius. We need to set here the 10. Then after set here the stroke, give this here the colors, color border, and line width we need to give this here the 1. Like this we need to set here the configurations, and also need to set this here the horizontal 20. Now some make mistake, we need to fix this here related to this UI. Now need to cut this data here, and we need to paste here inside the paste tag. Remove here is also need to cut here the lazy text, and put this here also to paste this here. Like this need to fixing this here the UI issue, and now also need to compare here this text, that text, put this here the scroll view, set here like this bottom shape. Now all things are the configurations are the done, and now need to see this here the UI. First of all, now need to go inside the workout plan tabs, and we need to find out here the these sections, and to configure this here the at the red state where show detail. By default need to set this here the false. Now need to set this flag the print stand as a true. Also copy and to paste against. Set here true. Now need to set this here backgrounds. Show this here detail, and now need to give this here workout detail screen like this, and now need to run inside the simulator. Now rep is running, and to go this here the workout plan screens, and now need to click here the more buttons and opening this here the detail screens, and similar to UI are the show this here and not showing here the progress. Need to fix this here the why not show this progress, and also need to change this here the titles as a introductions. Set here color green, and also need to change this here introduction like this set seeds, and you need to set this here. Now again you need to run this here the UI. Open here workouts, click for more, and to showing this here the progress as well as showing like this data for the week wise. Now need to develop this here the introduction screens. We need to develop here. First of all, so need to create here the UI similar to our XD files. Now need to go inside the introduction screens and to need this here. First of all, need to set this here the scroll view like this sets, and we need this here the lazy vertical text, and to set here the spacing, set here the 15, 25. It's good. Now need to set here the verticals, set here the spacing 15, and now need to set here the text, and now paste this here the titles 15 semi bolts need to set as a image. Now again need to copy and to paste this here, set like this data, and to create here the description, and also need to check this here the medium font 15. Now set here the titles, subtitles, subtext details, descriptions. We need to set this here, set here the regular font 12. We need to configure this here. Now need to develop against which text, paste this here, and first of all need to set this here the left, and set here foreground color placeholder, and need to set this here the regular 14 font, and to set here the titles as a duration, and same as we need to copy here, use this here the value 5x, and set here the medium semi bolts, not medium, font 15, 14 are the set here. Unused need to remove here. Again we need to copy and put and paste this data like this set here. Now one by one need to change this here the titles. Then after now need to set here the goal. Need to give this here the muscle building. And after need to set this here the training levels as a beginner. Then after days per week need to use this here the exercise counts per day. Then after target genders need to paste this here male and females like this sets here. Now need to set here the horizontal 15s. Then after we need to set this here the all 15, and also need to give this here the bottom shape area like this. Introduction screens are the configurations are the done here. Now we need to develop here the weak detail screens. Now need to go weak detail screens, and first of all need to needed variables. We need to set this here. First of all need to set here the array list state where list array, and need to need this data. We need to put this here. I have already prepared this data, and to paste this here. Now explains here the this array name as a title set which day names, total exercise numbers of tens, major exercise, minor exercise counts, and is the rest or not. We need to check this here the rest day or not like this configures is set flag like this here. And also another flags we need to need this here the open day wise exercise list. That's why I need to set here the state flag show day exercise, by default set here the false like this configures here. Now need to develop here the z stack, not z stack. Now develop here the scroll view, And we need to set here the lazy horizontal stacks. We need to develop here. Lazy vertical stacks we need to set here. Like this sets, and also need to set here the spacing. Set here the 15. Now need to call here the for each loop. Give this here the data 0 to configure this here as a list array and set here the count colon slash dot self, and to set this here the indexed in, like this configures here. Now first of all need to set here the variables. Let's object is equal to, we need to set this here list of array index of value, and let check here is rest equal to object, and to give this here the value as a is rest, copy here this flag, and we need to pass this here optionals bool question mark set here the false, like this configures here. Now need to develop here the button actions, like this sets, and now need to say here the show exercise day exercise the set here the true, and also need to configure this here the bg new, and to write down here the workout day exercise screens, and to set here dollar show day exercise, like this configures here the needs here. Now need to develop here the hashtags need to develop here, and we need to set this here the value as a text property. To give this here day names object, give this here the name as optional string, set here the blank value. Now need to set here the fonts custom fonts extension methods, need to call this here, and now need to set this here the regular fonts, set here the 17, like this configures here. Now need to set here the frame, give this here the width as a 15, and also need to set here the height 15, and now need to give this here the elements as a center, like this configures are the needs. Now need to set here the foreground colors, need to set here the dot primary text, and like this we need to set here the background colors, need to give this here the colors dots primary apps colors, and then after set here the corner radius, set here the 15, like this configurations are the need this years. Now need to set here the if conditions is the rest, like this, and now need to set here the else parts. Now first of all need to set here the which text, and to set here the spacing, and to set here the 8, copy here this text, paste this here, unused codes need to remove here, set here the max left, and set here the foreground colors. You need to set this here the placeholder, remove here the frame no needs, and we need to set this here the semi bold, like this text are the configure this here, and to set here the fixed text of this here the set as a rest, like this. Now again so need to copy here and to paste this here. Now need to set here the for the muscle recovery, and now need to set here the regulars, and we need to set this here the font as a 12, max left, and remove this here the placeholder colors, like this sets here. And now need to set here the foreground colors, need to set here the primary text, then after need to set here the frame heights, we need to set here the 16 60, and now need to set here the padding as a leading, and now we need to set here the 25, like these configurations are the needs. And same as now need to again so need to copy this here the data, and to paste this here. First of all need to set here the spacing as a 4 need to configure, and now need to develop here the horizontal text and cut this here this value, and to put this here now need to set here the titles as a total exercise. Exercise like this sets, and now need to give this here the value and remove this here the background colors, set here 14 semi bolts, and now need to set here the total value. We need to set this here the object, and we need to pass this here the total, and we need to set as a string, set blank value. Now need to set here the regular 12s, and now need to set here the frame. Give this here the width as a set here the 18s, and alignments need to set as a leading like this configures are the need this here. Again, so need to copy this here the horizontal text and to paste this here. Now need to set here the measure exercise and to give this here the totals as a measure like this sets here, and same as need to set this here, set here the 12 regulars font need to configure this here. Now need to set here the minor exercise row, and to set this here minor exercise, and same as need to change here minor exercise counts, and like this sets here the data, and also need to over this here the this switch text, and to develop this here remove here the frame, and also need to set here the leading. Now need to set here the image next, need to configure this here, and also need to set here the resizables, and we need to set here the scale to fit, and then after need to set this here the frame width as a 12, and also height need to set here the like this 12 are the configurations are the need this years. Now we need to check here over these brackets, and we need this here the verticals 8 and horizontal painting, and after need to set this here the background colors as a color xbg like this configures. Now need to set here the corner radius, and need to set here the 10, and also need to set here the overlay, creates here the contents inside the create here the brackets, and now need to set here the rounded rect radius. We need to set here the 10, and also need to set here the stroke, give this here the color border. Now need to line width, need to set here the 1 like this configurations are the need this here, and then after need to find out here the legis text, and we need to configure this here the needed value all set here the 15s, and backgrounds shape area need to set this here, and also like these configurations are the needs for the list list. Now copy this data, need this here the copy here the scroll view, and we need to use inside the day exercise and to paste this here like these configurations are the need this here, and now need to set here the list array of the data, set here the state where list array, and now need to I have already prepared this array and explain this here. Now need to copy here and to paste this here. Names for the give this here the titles, sets tabs need to give this here the throw, repeats need to 12 10 and 0 10, and rest times need to set here the 30 sections. Also need to set here the image and is complete like this flags are the configures here are the needs here, and another flags need to show these details for the exercise. Need to set here the show flag, show detail. By default we need to set this here the false, and also now need to scroll downs, and we need to here the configurations bg navigations, and to give this here the exercise detail screens, need to configure this year's exercise detail screen. And now need to set this here the dollar show details like this. Configures are the set here's. Now first of all need to set this here the show exercise. Need to remove these flags and to give this here the detail flag like this configures. And also need to is complete, need to set here the flag complete and need to give this here copy and paste like this set here. Now first of all need to set here the wish text. Need this here, need to develop here wish text like here. And to also need to UI configuration, so need to configure this here. Now need to copy this data, cut here, and we need to paste this here. This UI configurations are the needs here. And first of all need to create here the bottom parts of the is complete button. So need to develop here. First of all need to create here the dividers. Now need to develop this here the edge text. Need to set here. And now need to pass this here the image resource is completed then we need to set this here the check tick, and also check this here the uncheck image set here. Now need to set here the resizable scale to fit, and also need to set here the frame as a width. We need to set here the 20, and height we need to set here the 20. Like these configurations are the needs here. Now again so need to copy here this data and to paste this here. So now need to set as a titles, mark a as a complete like this, and also need to set here the foreground color is complete is complete. Then we need to set this here the green color, otherwise you need to set this here the placeholder colors like this. Configures are the needs, and also need to configure this here the max center. And now also need to set here the horizontal 15s and verticals 8. Configurations are the needs. Now need to configure this here the stack. We need to develop here. Now we need to cut this data, and first of all we need to set this here the spacing. Need to set here the height. Now cut this all data, maybe uh, and to this here. Remove this here, and to set this here also remove here this data else conditions like here. Now we need to create here the image, pass here the resource object, and to set this here the image as need to set here the string optionals like this value. And now need to set here the resizable. Then after need to set here the scale to fill, and also need to set here the frame as need to set here the width 17, and height also need to set here the 7. And then after need to set here the corner radius. We need to set this here as a 10 like this. Configures are the need this here. First of all need to set this here the UI, copy this text, paste this here, set here the max, and to give this here the exercise name object, and we need to pass this here the name property as string optionals. Give this here the like value, and set here the regular font 14 left. Need to configure this here. Now need to set this here the set state, and we need to set here the max left. Give this here the cut here this value and replace with this other. And now need to set here the 15 for this value like this configures. And we need to set here the semi bold 12 and also 12. Now need to remove unused here. And also need to set this here the sets value for this index like set. Again, now need to copy this list, paste this here. Now need to set here the repeats. Same as we need to give this here the rest text. Set here the rest like this sets here and two configures are the done here. Like this UI are the developings are the done and to configure this here. And need to show this runs inside these apps. Now developing are and to check this here the UI. Now opens here the tabs workout plans and now click on modes and to select this here the any weeks informations and look like this here the week information similar to our designs with comparing where this week details like this show and use UI or this UI are the showing here like this showing here this data and now need to click this here and opening this here. First of all need to fix this here the issue related to horizontal text need this here. Make here the mistake, maybe need to fix this here first of all. Check here the which text, cut here this brackets and to give this here the set here brackets like this, show this here and against this runs and to fix this here the issue. Workouts, select here the more and click on week, open this here the details similar to show this here the UI and need to check here make mistake, set here the spacings, bottom 8 like this configures 3 years. Again to restart this here and to compare with this UI or designs inside the examples. Now opening here the introduction screens and look like this here the similar to this UI. Then after week detail screens need to show this like here UI. Then clicks here the device exercise and similar to show this here your action. And now need to click and opening this here the detailed exercise screens are the done and this workout tab flow are the done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.